Hello and welcome back to this course on feature engineering. And in the feature engineering course, we are going to discuss about the features, what are they, and what is all about the feature engineering. Feature engineering is a very important aspect when we talk about the machine learning because in machine learning, we prepare some prediction models. And since we prepare the prediction models based on the data, we have some data set, and based on that data set, we train our model. Since we train our model based on some data set, so that data should be very proper, that data should be clean, right? So cleaning the data and arranging the data in such a manner so that it can predict the values efficiently and correctly, more accurately. That is very much needed. So the data cleanup is one of the aspects of the feature engineering. Similarly, many aspects are there related to the feature engineering that we are going to discuss in this course. So let us first define what is a feature. So in machine learning, features are individual characteristics or attributes of data points that helps algorithms learn patterns and relationships. So I hope this is very much clear to you. So if you are aware about the entities and their attributes, like just like a person is an entity and his name, his age, his qualification, all these are the different attributes. So those are the attributes of the entity, which tells you something about one of the entities, right? But in case of features, it becomes like it's not only telling about some kind of entity. It is just analyzing the data for different entities or for different records to prepare a prediction model which can predict the things for you, okay, based on the feature values. For example, if you have something like if you have to create a prediction model for predicting the price of some flat in certain area, then in that case there are many features that you need to take into account, like what is the carpet area, what is the what are the number of balconies, and how many bathrooms are there. So all these things plays an important role. So all these things, although are the attributes of the entity flat, but the thing is that we are going to use it for some other purpose. We are not going to use it for just using the property or using the attribute of some kind of entity. Based on the attributes of such kind of entities, we are going to prepare a model which can predict something, right? Which can provide you some input, which can provide you some predicted cost for some kind of flat or some kind of piece of land that you want to purchase, right? So based on the different attributes, these prediction models are prepared. So the model need to find out with the help of data that what is the certain pattern, what is the relationship between the different variables to decide the final price, right? So features are basically used for finding out the patterns and relationships, so that machine with the help of machine learning we can prepare a prediction model where the algorithm can help it to find out the correct prediction values. Okay, so there is a simple example. Suppose we want to predict whether someone will buy an ice cream based on their age and temperature outside. So here are some of the variables, like some of the values, like for the age 10, 20, 30 etc, and for the temperatures like 20, 25, 30. So here you can see there are different temperatures, and there are different people with the different age. And uh, if the temperature is 25-degree and the age is 10, then the person may be buying the ice cream. Okay, and if the temperature is 20-degree and the age is 30, then the person may not buy the ice cream, right? Is not going to buy the ice cream. So all these things, like these are the features: age, temperature, whether it will buy the ice cream or not. All these are the features, right? But out of these features, two are the features which are the independent variables, which can take any value, like age can take any value, temperature can take any value. But this is a dependent variable, which is which is a prediction whether a person will purchase or buy ice cream or not. So age and temperature are the features, but this feature that I'm actually telling it as a feature is not actually a feature. It is a target variable. So buy ice cream, this is a target variable, and age and temperature, these are the features. Okay. So by analyzing these features, a machine learning algorithm can learn patterns such as children are more likely to buy ice cream, right? So this is what what is the inference that we are taking from here. So children or young age children are more likely to buy ice creams. High temperatures increases the likelihood of buying an ice cream, right? So this is something that we are able to take as an inference from this kind of data, right? So this is the importance of the features. I mean, with the help of the prediction model, you can not only find out some predicted value, some value which can be predicted, like someone will buy ice cream or not. Apart from that, you can, take the inference just like we take the inference, right? Just like a normal human being take the inference, find the inference from the data that has been presented. So similarly, you can also train your model to, take the inferences from the data that is available. Okay. So how many types of features are there? So you can see like numerical features can be there. Age, temperature, these are the numerical features. Then comes the categorical features like gender, location. These are the categorical features. Gender, it categorizes the values into two sets or three sets or any, any number of sets, right? Wherever the values can be categorized into different number of sets, that is known as the categorical feature. Just like location, right? Like city, or is it rural, or is it city, or it may be any kind, a different kind of municipality, anything, right? So these kind of features are known as the categorical features. Then comes the binary features. Binary features means either the value will be true, or you can say either the value will be yes or the value will be no. Suppose someone has a car or not, then if someone has car, then it will be yes. If someone doesn't have car, then it will be no, right? So these are the binary features. What are the importance of the features basically? So the feature importance is like not all features are equally important. If we talk about the importance of all the features that we are working on, then we need to take care of this thing that not all features are equally important. It may be that in this example, for example, you can see that temperature might be more important than age in predicting ice cream purchases. It's very obvious. Doesn't matter how old are you, but temperature really matters a lot. If the temperature is really high outside, then there are high chances that you will buy the ice cream. But if the temperature is very low outside, it's too much cold, then obviously there are very less chances that one will buy the ice cream. Okay. So in terms of the importance of the features, we have seen that not all features could be equally important. And we have taken the example here as well. Now we come to the feature engineering. What is all about the feature engineering? Feature engineering is all about creating new features from existing ones can improve model performance. Okay, so creating new features. If you create some new features from the existing features, just like here we have the features like age, temperature, buys ice cream, right? So here you can see another example, like creating new feature from existing one can improve model performance. For example, age group, child, adult, senior, temperature range, hot, warm, cold. So you can create new features, like age group is another feature, temperature range is another feature, right? So we have created the existing, we have created the features from the existing ones, right? So with the help of the existing ones, if we have created some of the new features, then they can really improve the model performance. We can really predict something new, like among the child, among all the people, children or the child has more chances to buy the ice cream, right? If the temperature range is cold, then there are less chances to buy the ice cream. If the temperature range falls under hot or warm, then in that case, purchasing, or you can say like buying a ice cream is having higher chances. Okay. So by understanding feature, you can improve your model accuracy. Accuracy means it will be able to give more accurate results. You can reduce the data dimensionality, right? Not many dimensions of the data needed. And you can enhance the interpretability, just like here. What is interpretation? Here is the interpretation. Just like children are more likely to buy ice cream. This is the interpretation, right? From this data. So these are the interpretations which can be made. High temperatures increases the likelihood of buy ice cream, right? This is another interpretation, right? So now you could be relating that how the generative AI models could have been prepared behind the scene using the machine learning model. So ultimately, all the things are based on the machine learning model. So how the inferences could have been taken, right? How best you can take the inference? The answer is that how best you can arrange your data, or how best you can do the feature engineering on the data. Okay. Now come to the point, what all we need to know in feature engineering. Okay, so these are the topics that we are going to cover in our course for the feature engineering, like data pre-processing. These are the different topics under the data pre-processing. We are going to discuss all these things in detail, like handling missing values. So what are these? What is the meaning of missing values? All these we are going to discuss in the coming videos, in the coming lectures. What is data normalization? What is feature scaling? What is data transformation? All these we are going to discuss. Then comes the numerical features. We will talk about the numerical features. Then we will talk about the categorical features. We have just taken a dig of categorical features, and then comes the text features. What we can do with the text features. Then comes the image features. What we can do with the image features. Then comes the time series features. What is time series and what are the time series features all about? That we are going to discuss. And then comes the geospatial features. What is the meaning of geospatial features? That we are going to discuss. Then comes the network features. Okay. So all these things like what is the meaning of the feature selection? All these things we are going to discuss. Feature extraction, feature engineering techniques, different techniques, tools and libraries. What are all they about? So we are going to discuss in this course. I'm not going to, tell you all these things related to pandas, NumPy, Scikit-learn. I mean, I'm not going to tell you in detail. Just some information at the end we will be having about these libraries. Okay, so what is the real world applications of the feature engineering that we have to understand? And this is something which is asked in many interview questions. What is the real world application for the feature engineering of the feature engineering, right? So if you want to create a recommendation system, suppose you want to create a system which recommends you something, which recommends something to the users, to the clients, then for those recommendation systems, we can use the feature engineering. Natural language processing, obviously the text processing we are going to do. So that is all about the natural language processing. Computer vision, where the image processing is involved. Time series, we have already seen the topic that we are going to discuss related to time series. Anomaly detection, anomaly means there is something which is, odd man out, right? Something which is odd man out is a kind of anomaly. So how we can detect that, right? So all those things, anomaly detection, all these things we are going to discuss. Predictive maintenance, these things we are going to understand. So from the next chapter onwards, or you can say from the next video onwards, we are going to discuss all the above topics in detail. So all these notes that I have, it's not from taken from anywhere else. This I have prepared with the help of, different tools, went to Google, some kind of books, right? Some kind of experiences from other people. So whatever I have understood, whatever I know, right? And whatever I have learned till now in the journey of the machine learning, that I'm going to just note it down and discuss it with you in the simplest language, whatever I can do. So I hope you must have understood whatever I was trying to explain it here to you. So I hope you must have got the basic idea of the features, right? So if you have any doubts or if you have any questions, you can just let me know. Thank you and have a nice day.